Former Vice President Joe Biden sounded like a candidate last night as he received a 2018 Freedom Award for supporting civil rights.
So don't tell me we have to accept where we are. Don't tell me things won't change. Don't tell me that we can't restore hope in this country.
The former Democratic senator joins a list of honorees that includes Nelson Mandela, Bernice King, and John Lewis. We spoke with Biden at the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis about a range of issues, including the dispute over voting in Georgia's election. In Georgia, a group of senior citizens loaded up a bus to vote early. They were told to get off that bus. Do you believe that voter suppression is underway?
Absolutely. Somewhere in the order of 77 in the last couple of years, pieces of legislation have been introduced in state legislatures to restrict the right to vote. We should have automatic registration. There is no evidence in all the studies done of widespread voter fraud, of that being a central problem in the American electoral process. Just not true.
In Georgia, it's reported more than 53,000 voter registration applications are on hold.
That's right. And 70% of those are African Americans. Surprise, surprise.
So do you believe there's an effort underway to suppress the minority vote?
Positively, without question.
You've been out on the road a lot campaigning for Democrats. I know you've said our democracy is under assault. What's at stake here?
I think our basic American values are at stake. Decency, honor, giving hate no safe harbor, telling the truth, understanding there's something bigger than you. And it really is under assault. And it is one of those things that I think that only a minority of the American people share his view about, that is so dismissive of the basic American mores. You know, I mean, look what the world has seen lately. They see Charlottesville and what he says. They see him embracing these dictators around the world attacking our allies. They see in a situation where he talks about he has a policy of literally ripping children from their parents at the border, for God's sake. I mean, it's not who we are.
As we walk past the Lorraine Motel where Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in 1968, Biden says a lot has changed since then, and he remains optimistic about the future of America.
I was asked by a reporter, well, if he changed, would you be supportive? Absolutely. Absolutely. But stop this phony populism, which is about, I have a problem, it's because of that immigrant or that black guy. Or stop this naked nationalism, which instead of making us number one, is making us last.
We have the dumbest immigration laws in the world. The world laughs at us.
What about civility in politics? I mean, we remember when Michelle Obama at the convention said, when they go low, we go high.
I think she's still right.
But the Attorney General, Eric Holder, who may be considering a run for 2020, said, well, when they go low, we kick them.
Well, you know, I respect the Attorney General, but that's not my view. I don't want to get down in the mosh pit with these guys. It's not a place I want to play. He just drags you, and it's part of his strategy, part of their strategy. Drag you down and talk about, attack each other personally. I think the American people are desperately looking for leaders to bring them together, not split them. We cannot function in this country without arriving at a consensus.
You are the Democrats' top choice to run against President Trump in 2020.
This is so early. I don't think that means anything.
I know, but you think about it. You care deeply about this country. I know you do. That's why you're out campaigning.
I don't think about the polling data. I think about whether or not I should run based on very private decisions relating to my family and the loss of my son and what I want to do with the rest of my life. But I don't think of it in terms of, can I win? Will I lose? That's not part of the calculation.
Is age a legitimate issue?
It is a legitimate issue. Sure it is. And I think people are going to judge it. If I were to run, I think they're going to judge me on my vitality. Can I still run up the steps of Air Force Two? Am I still in good shape? Do I have all my faculties? Am I energetic? I think it's totally legitimate for people to ask those questions.
President Trump says that you're his dream candidate. It would be his dream to run against you.
Well, I tell you what, well, I shouldn't say anything.
Please, we've got the cameras rolling.
No. Age has given me some wisdom.
That's the first time Joe Biden has ever edited himself. And that is not a criticism. It just is.
But
he must be running if he's showing
yes. But it also shows, you know, what your mom used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, because he was clearly going to say something and then thought, nah, better not.
We've got so much more of this interview. We'll post it online and on my social media accounts. I asked him, too, about his age. Is age a legitimate issue? Because he turns 76 years old next month. So he talks about his own vitality, whether that's part of the equation. He also talks about whether Democrats have an issue with working class white voters. And his response is really interesting.
I'm curious what his wife Jill thinks about a possible run as well.
What does Dr. Biden say?
Yeah.
I know we can go on the website, but does age an issue for him?
He says he says it is an issue and people can judge me by my vitality.
It's just a number.
Well, he's got vitality for sure.